Alrighty then, boys. Welcome to yet another video of me on this RB Leipzig save. It is the beta, of course, so I'm just going through the motions of a Football Manager save. So I finished the season. I got to about March. My game crashed about 3 times. I was trying to play Stuttgart. I beat them 4-2, and then game crashed right as it ended. Um, Went back on 2-1. Game crashed right as it ended. I went instant result with it, 1-1. Simmed a week, game crashed. So I was like, what is going on? Submitted a ticket, restarted my PC, and I finally managed to make it to the end of the season. So I was a bit worried for my save because if I didn't have auto saves on, my whole thing would have been corrupted. And the 4 days I've spent playing this would have just gone to absolute waste, considering I've got dissertations right. You know, I've got uni to do, and I've spent it playing this instead. It would have been absolute painful. Um, but I've gone and won the league um, with this RB Leipzig team. Of course, 76 points is not really much to shout about. We did have Bayern Munich, who were pretty rubbish. They lost 14 games this season. That's not what you'd expect from a Bayern Munich team. We had Borussia Dortmund falling into fifth, and we had Augsburg, Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg in the top three with us. So it's a bit of a confusing season. We'll go over a few results, look at a few players that I brought in, and competition wise, how do I get to the competition screen? Hold on. Competition screen would definitely be competitions on match day, of course. So we won the Bundesliga. We're expected to get qualification, UCL qualification. In the DFB Pokal, we were knocked out. Look at that final. Oh my god, what is going on in this save? Bochum Kaiserslautern. So we were knocked out around this round here against Karlsruher, sorry, who were then beat Fortuna Dusseldorf, so they made it to the semi-final, or they were knocked out by Kaiserslautern. So actually, this final is a Bundesliga 2 final. In DFB Pokal, that's pretty interesting, but pretty dog at the same time. Bundesliga wise, we won 4 losses, 7 draws, conceded. I will say the least amount of goals before checking. Yep, and scored the most. So of course we'll go over my tactic again. Um, None of my players were in expected 11, so that shows you the level that we were at. Recruitment wise, we'll do a little look at not transfer activity, we'll look at transfer history. So, what did I start with? I started by signing Ethan Mbappe for 1.2 million. Doesn't tell me the transfer fee there, but it was 1.2 million. Can I click that and it'll show me how much I spent? No, can't even click that. Interesting. Um, Francis Onyeka was brought into the squad as well, a young attacking midfielder, much like the rest of my players that I brought in. He actually signed for about 2 million, I believe, and I loaned him out to Willem too. Developing pretty well. He's played 12 games in the second division out in Holland. He looks pretty decent. He'll come back, go on loan again, most likely. With Jeff Ekator, who I brought in from Genoa. He did look decent, but I'm not a fan of strikers on this game. I can't lie to you. They've not been serving me too well. Not scoring too many goals at all. He's still 19 until just November, so it's alright. He scored 8 goals, 3 assists. It's not too bad. He didn't quite get what I wanted. He only made 5 XG from playing 17 games, so you gotta wonder what's kind of going on. I can't yet work out how to use a striker properly. Maher Karitso played mostly from the bench. He's played 11 times from the bench. You can see there. He also started 7 times, more at the end of the season when I was testing my new formation out. He does look really good. He does. He is 20, so I'm a bit worried for development wise. I don't know how it looks on this year per development, or as per development. Pace, he looks good. His positioning is the only thing below 10 on his mentals, so they're extremely good. They're just going to keep improving as he gets older, those mentals. His technicals look great for what I'm after. Wide forward kind of technicals there. Perfect. He's got the perfect role for it, especially if we sell Johan Bakayoko this season. Christos Mouzakidis was playing a box-to-box midfielder role, just to see if we could get some goals from him. Of course, didn't really work too well. I'm not sure on that kind of role. It might have to become a box-to-box playmaker that I'm looking into. They stay a bit deeper maybe and would then provide some passes rather than a goal perhaps. But he does look good. I'm not sure he's developed too much. His passing's great, his technique, his first touch, he's good on the ball, that's what I'm after. And he's physically developing as well. Josh King did come in as a big prospect. He did unfortunately get injured. I would have used him a lot more than 15 times. But he was very good when he was playing. 4 goals, 4 assists. We're looking at a very strong price tag right now for a 40 million purchase, I believe. We can check here, 35 million purchase. So just about that. But he was very good. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I've pressed the wrong button, so I'll need to get back to transfer history. Josh King, very good. Karim Alibegovic, a big fan of him in real life. I was playing him more in the attacking midfielder role. I didn't think he was quite a winger, but he does now that I'm really looking at him. He does look like a winger. Got injured recently towards the end of the season. He didn't play too much, about 10 games, getting 2 goals and an assist, but he has developed. I think subbing him on will have helped him quite a bit. He looks pretty decent. I signed Kasper Potolski. He got a lot of game time after he joined in January. A lot of those games will be from him playing for Mainz, which is where we signed him from. It was a massive money signing. Not quite there yet with his attributes, but I think with another season in our system, he'll make it work. Konstantinos Karetsas, everybody should know this man in real life. He absolutely dogged Scotland when he played. When we got beat 3-0 at home. Earlier this year, sorry. I do really like him in the attacking midfield role, and him and Montoro and Josh King will go really well together if I play this new formation. Speaking of Montoro here, he is very fascinated with how he'll develop. They're not rating him as much as the others, maybe potential wise isn't as good, but I think he's as good, if not better. He's got 1 goal, 4 assists this season. Really pleased with how he is looking. He might get a loan move next season because I am struggling to sub players on. So just Aaron Okwa, he might get the loan move. It's really just dependent on what happens. Again, massive fan of these guys. Great potential. Hopefully they grow. And then George Salinas was my final purchase. Injured a bit too much for me this season, but he did manage to get 12 games, 1 assist, and dropped a 7 rating, so very pleased. Of course, he was playing centre back in possession and then wide centre back out. And that's all I can really ask for. Sorry, I was just seeing what the differences were between all of these. But he looks great. He's just going to keep developing. I don't know about his potential. I've never really heard of him, to be honest. Comes from Racing Santander. But yeah, never really heard of him. We did have Christoph Baumgartner for half a season. If we check his season stats, it's not going to show him playing for us apparently. We'll check his career stats. Where he played for us this season and he was really good. 12 games, 5 goals, 5 assists before January, where we sold him on. So he was excellent. But it was worth selling. We sold Peter Galassi early on in this season last time. Just August. Timo Werner, Kevin Campbell, Benjamin Henriks, David Raum. So yeah, just getting rid of fullbacks and older players so that I could bring in younger options, which seemed to work. Future transfers doesn't seem to show you, but I have got Honest Ahanor. Honest Ahanor. What's not considered? Niels Ramming, Honest Ahanor, and Saba Karabashvili. Karabashvili will be going on loan. Not quite the level yet. Niels Ramming probably be our starting goalkeeper. I like how he's looking. He's got a good first touch, which you don't see out of regen goalkeepers. So it's interesting to see what he can do. We just need to work on his. It's funny to think, but it's final third. If you guys know what I'm talking about. And Honest Ahanor could be the ball playing centre back, definitely. If you don't know him in real life, get to know. Phenomenal player. But we will just start looking at other players like Mateo Palma. He's a good guy in real life. Look at those physicals, he's going to be a beast. We're going to have to sign him. Ethan Waneri, bit pricey, but again would take us to another level. His price has actually gone down further than I expected. And then Kenneth Eichhorn. This is undoubtful, so if we just go transfer interested, he'll probably not be there, which is disappointing. Yeah, so he's not there. But we are. The scouts are taking ages. I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but the scouts are taking ages to find some players. If I go to not recruitment budgets, recruitment focuses is what I'm looking for, so I can get to scout priorities. They take ages with these scout reports, and they only really do 4 at a time, and I'm not seeing a lot of different ones. I'm already getting players that I've already got scout reports on. So I'm not really too bothered, you know. So I could ask for them to stop. That's alright. We do have money for next season, 94 million ready to spend apparently. Of course, oh no, we don't have any clauses left to buy. We will look at the squad though. The squad for next season. If we look at selection info is what I was looking for. Go to goals and assists. We had Johan Bakayoko getting 11 and 11. Might look to sell him on. He does look really good, but you know the aim of the game. Antonio Nusa 10 and 6. Again, really good. Could develop more to be honest. Try to get a profit out of there. Romulo 9 goals, 2 assists. Again, strikers. I want more. But I am looking at other strikers like Jeff Ekator. And I have Conrad Harder out on loan as well, who'll just come back in to replace Romulo and move on from there. We have Jan Diamandi, who, when Nusa leaves, hopefully he can step up, which he's done pretty decent this season, 7 and 6. Maksimovic, who I've let play for the U19s as well, is developing nicely. Josh King, of course. There's Ethan Mbappe, who I don't know if I'd play him when he comes back. Maher Kritso if Johan Bakayoko leaves. Karetsas, Ali Begovic, who might be out on loan next season. Benzuzi, 21 years old now, wanted by Celesti. Who's Celesti? Napoli? We're looking at Napoli there. Or no? No, we're not looking at Lazio, my mistake. Lazio. Okay. So yeah, just thought I'd make a little update there. This is the tactic I was testing. It seemed to work alright. I can't remember if we did lose one game. So probably from about, I think we won the league here. We won the league here, so I was playing the new formation in these four, and we got 2 wins, a loss, and a draw. The draw and the loss coming away from home, with our home games being wins where we scored 3 goals, so it's interesting. We did get away wins with our old formation, which was the 3 at the back, and then a 1-0 win at home as well. Bit of a rough patch, where we got 2 draws, a loss and a win through 4 games, but of course we were winning quite a bit through the season as well. So I'll probably make a video after my transfer window next season, or if anything else comes up. Actually, I did have a youth intake. If we can just try find some of them, like Carsten Haas. He's a fullback. Don't use fullbacks, so hopefully he can play centre back. Marcel Zimmerman. You know, my game crashed after I got the youth intake, and then I came back on, and all their potentials had changed. So it was funny. It's just interesting, but yeah. That should be me until the next episode. I guess this is episode 1, because the other 2 videos I've posted were nothing to do with this, really. Just talking about scouting and my tactics. This is more focused. On the Youth to Gold as a whole. So yeah, I'll just see you in the next season. Alright everybody, welcome to the Youth to Gold save. I am starting season 2 here with some news on our transfers front. Let's just get straight into it, eh? Not short lists. Transfer history, that's what I'm looking for. Now, did I sign anyone in the last window? Let's take a little look. No, I didn't. Did any sales occur? They did. So we did sell Jeverslager out to Newcastle for £32 million. We loaned out Tidiam Gomez out to Genk. And he's got 1 goal, 1 assist. He's developing really well. So if he was to come back next season, he might be a first team option. We also sold Martin van der Vert, our only goalkeeper who was at the club, for just £8 million. He's gone to Nottingham Forest. He was good for us, but we needed some development from him if we wanted to keep him. So, sales-wise, Los Penda was out the club already on a £35 million deal if Juventus stayed up. Willy Orban left. He's too old for the save. Jeff Ekator went out on loan to Werder Bremen. Onyeka out on loan to Eintracht Braunschweig. We sold Johan Bakayoko, £43 million. A bit less than we thought we would get for him, but that's alright. Riddle Baku out on loan, out for 13 million. We then loaned out Jonathan Norbier. We loaned out Mateo Palma. There's Tidiam Gomez. Konrad Harder went out on loan to Wolfsburg. George Salinas to Strasbourg. Max Finkgraf, he's on a permanent. Banzuzi out on loan. Maximovic out on loan. Romulo was just sold. There's Ethan Mbappe on loan, and Montoro went out on loan on deadline day. So let's go through it. We signed Francesco Camarda. Of course, everybody knows him. He is the up and coming wonder kid of all of the world. Everybody knows when he was U12, he was scoring 100 goals a season. Now he's at Leipzig, and he is not going to score 100 goals a season because strikers aren't too good in this game. Although he has got 3 goals already, so he's doing pretty well, as I didn't expect strikers to be too good. He does look very nice though, doesn't he? Matteo Palma, another Italian. I already said I loaned him out. Sorry, he's German. My mistake, everybody. He must have just been from the Italian leagues. He's developing nicely at Dynamo Dresden, who are in the Bundesliga now. He got player of the match in their first game in the Bundesliga, so that's very promising. Joan Gadou joins us as well. I've been watching him since the U17 World Cup a couple years ago, or the Euros, sorry, where he was playing for France whilst he was at PSG. He then went to Salzburg, and I've snapped him up here. His physicals are absolutely godly. He's about 6'6", or 6'5", sorry. His heading's great. Let's see what he does. Nils Ramming, He's come in as the replacement for Van de Voort from Brighton, £5 million. His attributes look extremely good. He's just not got the mentals that you'd want. But his attributes look extremely good goalkeeping wise, physical wise. For a 19-year-old, he's our only goalkeeper at the club. He has saved penalties. He's dropped 7.4 average rating so far this season. Very, very promising. Honest Ahanor, we all know from my video about Wonder Kids, I brought him in. He's now going to be playing left-sided centre-back for us occasionally. Not in the Champions League, he'll be getting subbed on. But I do have a lot of attacking midfielders I need to sub on as well. Lennart Karl, brought in on deadline day, £17 million. He was out on loan at Bochum. They let me cancel that loan when I signed him, so I would have liked to keep him out on loan actually. But he looks absolutely astonishing. He will be getting quite a bit of game time. Him and Karetsas are kind of around the same level at the moment, so they're going to be swapping in and out of the team. We do have Champions League this season. Of course, we won the league, so we'll take a look at the schedule. Of course, it is the better format. I'm going to say it controversial. We have Aston Villa away, Young Boys at home, Bodo Glimt away, PSG at home, Chelsea away, Fenerbahce at home, and then in January we have Bologna and Rapid. Pretty sure it's Rapid Vienna, but that's alright. What I've got for you guys today is a little match we're going to be watching. You can see how I'm setting up, of course, with the 3. Because it is a league match, Ahanor will be getting the start. We have our bench set up in a way that just has players that I might be wanting to sub on. I'm mostly going to be subbing on these attacking midfielders. Everybody else in here is out on loan, or your Klosterman and Elmas, who will never see the pitch this season. Lennart Karl, I might start him for this first game. He doesn't quite know the system, so it's probably not a smart idea. We'll start Karetsas or Aaron Okwa, who's very good. I do like Aaron Okwa coming off the bench at right wing though. So we might just go in like this. We've got a balanced mentality. Let's give him his number, because I haven't done that yet. He can be number 40. So what I'm not too convinced on so far in this game, this has never happened for me, is staff advice, opposition instructions. I'm not sure exactly how the match engine, is seeing like tackle harder and everything. So I'm not too keen on getting started with that. So I've been watching every game. I am just on broadcast key highlights. I was thinking about doing dynamic mode for the video, but there's not real point. Merrick Calmer, very good player. He did some bad stuff to us last season, and it looks like he's about to do it again. Off the junction. He's at the junction, lads. See, what you'll be noticing through this game, I was talking about my tactic in a video. I'm getting insanely lucky. Right? I won the league basically through complete luck. Look at this. 5 shots against. We've done nothing so far, and we're not conceding. I think it's mostly because getting your wingers back kind of tricks the game into thinking you've got players back. So they kind of don't do too much with it. But, you know, we are seeing a lot of shots come our way. They've hit 9 shots. But yeah, I am seeing a lot of this in the matches that I'm watching. Is the other team is better, they're playing better, but then somehow we're grabbing wins. He's gonna hit that. Yeah, of course he is. We get the first shot on target of the game through some miracle. And now we're starting to play. Francesco Camarda's taking a knock. That's bad because I don't have a backup striker. I let Jeff Ekator go out on loan to Werder Bremen, where he is doing pretty well. And Romulo left to Leeds. So there's no one that can come on for him. So we're just going to have to see it out. There's Karetsas into the box now. back out to Vermeeren, who was out on loan last season. Came back and then I was like, oh, he's better than Banzuzi. So Banzuzi was the one to go out on loan. Corrects us into Carrizo, and that's 1-0. You see what I mean? We're clinical. It's not luck, it's clinicality. That's how you describe it. So you can see some of the build up. Our centre backs push forwards. The DMs have a lot to do, and there's so many bodies forward that they don't know how many players to mark, and Carrizo manages to slot that home. So around the 60th minute is when my substitutions happen. They're not really tactical substitutions. That's not what my playstyle in this save is about. I am just like trying to develop some players. So 60th minute, substitutes come on just for development needs. See what I mean? Luck. That is disgusting that they've not scored that. Genuinely disgraceful. You'd be getting sold on my team if you're missing a shot like that. Open goal, mate. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Why'd he dive? What a mug. So our ball, ain't it? Okay, we're looking at the crowd here. So this is key highlights. What I've been noticing is key highlights is giving me a lot of nothing a lot of the time. I'm seeing so much build up. I want to see the highlight. And then it just goes to half time. That's brilliant. Perfect. So we are 1-0 up. We've got the most shots on target. They've got the most shots. But realistically, if they're shooting from outside the box and all that, we're kind of forcing that. But in a sense, they are pretty bad. For not scoring that one chance that should have gone in. There's Josh King. What a hero. Kretsas. It's just this wide covering centre mid that kind of shows that he's not, like, in possession he's a 3-star. Oh, never mind. I take it back, everybody. Right, so at this point Carrizo's scored a goal, so I'll probably bring on Aqua. And then Kretsas has a 7. So I'll just wait and see what happens till the 60th. We'll just make one change. Because he's already locked in his goal. He's already locked in his average rating of 7.4. So we'll just see what happens. Aaron Aqua has come on though. Bit of a glitch at the bottom saying that Carrizo's still on the pitch. But I've done that and it's fixed it. Josh King has taken a knock. Oh, I've gone past the 60th. I was a bit busy looking at absolutely nothing. So we'll probably go with Drago in at DM. Begovic in there, Carl in there, and then Diamandi out left. So that'll be the 5 changes. Of course, we are just trying to develop players rather than make tactical changes. I guess it's a tactical change, isn't it? Developing a player. So hopefully that works. We have got 8 shots on target now. We are getting more into the game. Maybe it was the players I started weren't doing too good. Nils Ramming, I've been very impressed with. Very impressed with what he's been up to. Of course, we have won a trophy this season. I didn't mention that. We won the German Community Shield, I guess. See, that's what happens. There we go. Francesco Camardo. Oh, get every man forward. You can see the goal kick. We've got 8 man on the ball, man. Aqua gets dragged wide with the ball. Takes a touch. I thought he was going to play it first time. Or he did, sorry. He just let it run for a while. And the goalie has to be claiming that. It's just luck, is what I'm saying. You see, Patulski's getting a good rating from centre back, which is great for development needs. Okawa coming on getting a 7.8 is huge. Camarda just playing out the 7.1. Somehow we look like we're on a 4. That's better. Patulski. He does that too much. I think I've got dribble more on. It might need to come off. Is that... Oh, I was going to say, is that Nils Rammer making the save? But it wasn't. He just missed it. So that's a clean sheet. And we're all very happy with that. 2-0 win. Excellent job. But maybe we didn't deserve it, but if we're getting our shots on target, we absolutely deserve it. You know? Carl had a good debut. Dropped a 7 in the minutes that he was on. Oh no. No striker for 4 weeks. So I'll give you a little look at the schedule actually. Our friendlies weren't going too well. Around that area. Then we played the Super Cup. That's what it's called. 1-4-0. Carrizo getting 2. Josh King and Camarda grabbing goals. Then we had DFB Pokal, where Camarda scored 2. We won 8-0. So really, it was just an easy round for us. Then we had our first game away from home. Was a bit scary. We didn't do that much at all right until the red card, and I've set everybody to go wide. I've set it to much wider, so we stretched the play, and then Diamandi grabbed a goal, and then we won 2-1 against Union Berlin at home, which was nice. Aaron Okawa grabbing a goal there. Been really impressed by Aaron Okawa this season. And then, of course, the 2-0 you guys just watched. I'm not sure when I'll be back. Maybe if something happens throughout the season. Of course, I'll show you some of the players that we've got here. Our potential wise, we are looking very good for the future. Just looking through the team, we've got Kasper Patulski, wanted by Middlesbrough on loan. I thought he was going to be an interest, and maybe he was wanted for transfer. But we get to around this area. Gertruda, Sevald, Klosterman, Elmas probably will never touch the pitch again. We do have Lukeba and Bitshiabu, who are part of the team, who can get rotated in and out Champions League fixtures when we want to win, everything like that. But Lukeba does want to leave. He looks phenomenal. Anybody should try him out. I did enjoy using him, but I have been trying to build some other players up as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Youth to Gold. I will be just going through the process of winning games. At some point I'll come back, maybe the Young Boys game at home, and we can watch another game as well. With this system, I think it's interesting to watch this system. Don't know about you guys, but yeah. And I hope you enjoyed the Kong FM show. Still getting used to it, even though I've been going for a little while now. I've been away for a while as well. So yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. Bye! Alrighty everybody, welcome back to the third episode of my Youth to Gold. It's gone a bit slower than past saves on my channel. Of course, it's a new game. I want to experience it rather than holidaying through all these days. But I thought I'd just show you what's been going on so far. So of course, I left you off at this Augsburg game where we won 2-0. I told you it was all luck that was going on. We then won 3-2 again. 90th minute winner from Aaron Okawa. Then we went to Birmingham and lost 5-1. So I was a bit worried for the tactic there, but that is our only loss of the season, as after that we won 4-3. We beat Young Boys 5-1. Dynamo Dresden 4-3 with Josh King grabbing a hat-trick. We then went away to Bayern Munich and won 2-1. And then beat Mönchengladbach 3-0. Of course, Leonard Carl grabbing a goal, and Francesco Camarda, who was injured for quite a while, comes back from injury and grabs a goal. 2 goals in 2 games for the young man. I think I've figured out a bit of a striker ability there. This is how I have been lining up. This was the starting lineup for the last game. Carrizo is injured. so he's been out of um, out of contention. Looking at Josh King not playing this game. I think Diamandi's on international as well. I think that's AFCON. No, he's with the U23s. What? Olympic qualifying maybe? Because he's not U23 level. He should be playing for Ivory Coast. But that leaves Ali Begovic to play out wide, which is good for his development. We've got Aaron Alcoa on the right, Karetsis and Carl through the middle, Camardo up top, Musakitis Vermeeren. I've decided Ahanor, should play through the middle because Gadu does not have the passing ability to play through there. Whereas Patulski, I think he could play through the middle. I would rather him be on the wide though, as he's faster than. Well, Gadu's the same pace, so it doesn't really matter. But this is the main man, Ramming. He's been absolutely phenomenal, guys. He's so good, so good. If you get the chance, use him. Where's he from? Brighton. Brighton have got an absolute gem on their hands here. I've never heard of this guy in my life. He signed for them. Maybe not in real life. I'm not sure he signed for them in real life. He might start at Frankfurt then. But what a player. What a player. Recruitment wise, I don't think I did any transfers. No, because we went past deadline day. I will show you the Bundesliga and the Champions League stages. So of course we did lose to Aston Villa 5-1. They're sitting top and pretty. Well, not top. We've got Chelsea and Union SG above them, but you get what I mean. It's a bit weird. I'm asking to see their 2 games that have won, and it's showing me their their league fixtures. But we are sitting 14th. We did win 5-1, of course, and we lost 5-1. So we do have 0 goal difference. So hopefully we can go into this next game and grab a win. It's against Bodo Glimt, who are sitting second bottom, lost both their first 2 Champions League games. I would like to see their Champions League games rather than their actual games. It's a bit weird it's doing that. Can we check club competitions? That's what I want to check, isn't it? League table is right here somewhere. Can I see competitions? Swear that was in club, it's in match day. So we'll go look at the Bundesliga, where we have won every game so far, of course. Sitting with 24 points, good 8 points clear. Bayer Leverkusen, it looks more like a Bundesliga top 4 this season compared to what it was last year. With, Augsburg, Augsburg, Wolfsburg, and Werder Bremen. They've all fallen off into the mid-table, and the big 3 have come back. But yeah, I do have a match for you guys just now. I think I'm happy with the lineup there. We don't have a lot of other players that can come into the subs. It's not kind of the same substitution plan, as we've got injured players and players on international duty. So I am just going to be making changes properly this time. We do have a few players that will come on 60th minute. I think that's the mark where they'll get the best minutes. I have broken this screen here. As you'll notice, it now doesn't go on position. It doesn't fix it either. So I have broken that screen and it doesn't fix. Mikkel Bro Hansen, who I've been scouting, is starting against us here. Oh, I should just be going through the matchday process. This is going to be my first time showing it on camera, and I have just completely ignored it. But here we go. Snowy day out in Norway. Interesting. One of my biggest gripes is they could have done a lot more with the faces. I think these regen faces are worse than they were last. I say last year, 2 years ago, worse than they were. Like, That's ridiculous. Everyone's got a mohawk as well. Just a shame, really. It's just a shame, but all we can do is go in and play this game. Of course, we are looking to win it so we can bounce back. See where this leaves us. Let's expand it. Oh, nope, wrong thing. Expand. Where do we sit? 13th. See, after my 5-1 loss, I was checking that and I was like, oh my god, we should be bottom. And then Barcelona had lost 5-1 as well, so it wouldn't even let me see who they'd lost to. It's such like a hard UI to really grab the hang of. Get a hang of, I mean, grab a hang of. Ooh. Is that a Nils ramming assist? Not save, sorry. Save, not assist. Let's change that to positive, see if we can get a couple shots off. There we are. Just what I was after. 2 shots on target immediately after I do that. Hopefully we can start working for a goal. Leinart Carl over the free kick. Knocked in at the back post, and there's Honest Ahanor grabbing his first goal for the club. With an assist for John Gadou, which is great. So their ratings go up and they can develop better. I did see Gadou was regressing a little bit in some aspects of his game as we were checking that earlier. But Honest Ahanor with the goal is perfect for his development, as that sits him at 7.1. Gadou seems to be doing really well with the 7.5. I do like this dugout thing sometimes, but the fact it's there whilst my highlights going on is a bit annoying. Like I don't care that you're showing me that, you know. But yeah, we're looking for a second here. Mouzakitis could square it across goal, shoots. That's a problem that I'm seeing quite a bit. Rather than passing across the goal, they'll take the shot. Sometimes it works out, and I'm not bothered at all. But maybe I should have on shoot less on my wingers. But then I'd miss out on a load of goals. But Mouzakitis isn't a winger anyway, so maybe just on my DMs. Now, this is a problem. You see, we're very vulnerable to the counter here. John Gadou gets dribbled past and Nils ramming with yet another save. So yeah, I'm really glad we've got him because without Nils ramming, we'd probably be really bad this season. I think what an acquisition. Gadou is great from these corners, but he's only got 1 goal from a corner, and he didn't hit it with his head. It was a first time shot from the edge of the D, so that was pretty good watch. Shame I wasn't recording. And there we go, half time. We're looking alright. Possession wise, could be doing better against a team that's not exactly on our level. They do have a striker, of course, that is interesting me for signing. So he's really on a tryout game right now. That's what we'll call this. I'm going to test the game here. I'm going to click on his name, see if it breaks it. It doesn't. It seems to just play on. That's perfect. Little test for the game there. Villa doing really well. They're a bit scary. I mean, a bit scary. They beat me 5-1. I don't know how they are doing in the league in this, but they're oh my god, Leinart Carl got a score. But I don't think the team or their performances reflect real life. Although they did beat City the other day. When's the next Champions League game for me? I don't think it's this week, which is a shame. I really enjoy my my goals show on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Highlight of my week, that. Sit and watch the goals show. And here they come. That's a goal. Okay, so all I've been saying about Nils ramming, one mistake and you take it all away from him. But let's just get on some of the boys here. We'll bring on Lukeba to play through the whole. Leinart Carl can come off. Josh King can come on for his return from injury. Alcoa, do we have anyone? Oko can stay on. He's had a good game. I just Chorizo would be nice to have in a situation like this. Proceed, yes, please. And although it's most likely because of my positive outlook that we conceded, I'm going to go attacking to see if we can just grab another. Samu. I've not checked him actually. He is. Probably should be checked. I want to see his stats. I don't know how he did last year in real life, so I don't know if he would have got an upgrade or anything. Look at Nusa, man. Look at Nusa. Oh, wow. He's pretty decent. If you wanted to try him, I would highly recommend doing it if you're looking for a winger or anything. He's very good. Very good player. He does dive. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen him diving, which is something I'm not quite used to. And he's the only player I've seen dive, so I'm not sure if it's like coded in. Oh, I'm not sure if it's like a coded in thing for some of these players to do. But we've had 12 shots on target here. 13. Do I change some of this stuff? To go a bit wider, see if that'll try help us out. More disciplined, yeah, seems fine. I might send Muzakitis forward here. This could be a mistake. Let's do advanced playmaker, and he's gonna be the same, a pressing DM. Yeah. Chwangadu. Oh, he's dribbled past him. Lukeba out wide. Nusa, never mind. We're gonna look at a draw here, which is a bit disappointing. Although it is away from home, so bit of a tough game, but we had 15 shots on target. You've got to be taking those in a game like that. So what is our next game? I could probably stick around for a Leverkusen, I believe it's going to be. Yeah, why not, eh? Why not? So I just sit on the unread. I come in here. If you want to rest your players, just do the same thing I told you for the scouting. You press shift, and then you go training, and then 2 days. Bit of rest for all them. We have an extremely young squad. I've never actually seen it like that. We have one player over the age of 20 in the starting 11 that game. In the Champions League game. That's pretty wild. Our bench is a bit older though, you take a look at that. Although I think Josh King will be coming in for this next game here. Maybe for Leonard Carl because he's not been on his game, but neither has been Kuretsas. Nusa will probably come on as well. How long for Yan Diamandi? 26th of October, he won't make it back. And then Chorizo will most likely be back for the next game, I reckon. So we've got about 3 days. I'm just going to holiday to it because I'm filming a video and I don't really have a lot of notifications coming in on this that are worth reading. Right now it's October, there's nothing that's going to be worth it. So I'm just going to keep going. There is a little one there I want to see, ramming progress. it's like you're a king of a city in the medieval times and you're trying to invade a city or something. You get ramming progress reports. Yeah, nice joke, nice joke. Okay. So we'll take a look at some of these progress reports and then head into the Leverkusen game, which is a big game for me, as they are second in the table by a cheeky 8 points. We do have some scout reports as well. Development advice, I just kind of ignore these. Not really too important for me. Nails ramming improved significantly over the last 3 months. Yep. Cannot improve tendency to rush out any further. He's seen the benefits of his individual training process. Yep. Looks like he's past his peak. Now that's interesting to me. Because how could he be past his peak at all? How could he even be anywhere near past his peak? Whatever. Who's this guy? Chachamani. Chachamani. Star rating's a bit misleading. That's fair, eh? Star ratings, am I right? Alai Begovic. Here's your... Oh man. You can see I'm struggling with the UI still. Theodore Pizarro. Just need to see the potential and shortlist. 18 years old, goalkeeper. Oh wow. This guy's good, eh? Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. Take a look at him, guys. I would be signing him up if I had the opportunity. So Carrizo's not back yet. I did design this team for this game specifically. I might stick Patulski in there, Ahanar out on the left, and Gadu on the right. So we'll just see what's going on in this game here. The teams are warming up. That's fine. This is what I was talking about earlier. I'm not quite or not earlier, in my other video. I just pressed that. This is still broken. Just do the same thing there every time. Skip through that. Kick off, mate. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have got this game. I don't know how many of you are just like watching without the game, or you've been playing the game, just want to see other people do it. I've not really been watching other people play the game. I usually do. I'm a big fan of Football Manager. I like watching people play it. But I've watched one video. It was a Mega Luke and a Mega Dad playing Liverpool and City. I've not seen anything else about any of the other creators or any of the other aspects of the game. Just been kind of sticking to my own. I've not had a lot of time to do that. Ooh, and they all had alpha access. I'm not big enough, of course, to have alpha access. Maybe they offer me. I don't have access to my email anymore. But no, I do. I do have access to my email. I was making a little joke there. But yeah, I'm just not big enough for that. Not that I'd want to be on the alpha access. Like, it would, seeing a game like that in the pre-stage before it was ready, I just probably wouldn't enjoy myself. Like, I'd be like, oh, this is what you guys have been working on. But I'm not a game designer by any means necessary, so I can't say anything. And we are 1-0 up, of course. See, my tactic works very well against big teams. For some reason. Like, big... No, I spoke too soon. I've spoken, and they will ruin me because of it. Like, I beat Bayern. I don't beat Dortmund, to be fair. I think I beat Leverkusen all the time that I've played them. But when it comes to Stuttgart, they give me a game every time. Grimaldo's scoring, you can tell. For goals that are disallowed and everything, for the Bundesliga, it pops up saying, "Oh, the goal scorer," and then it goes, "Oh, offside." But if it comes up with the goal scorer, you know it's already a goal. Like, they say goal allowed when they're checking it, and then when the scoring is offside, it'll say disallowed, or it won't pop up and say their name before they're even checking it. So it's pretty. That needs to be worked on. And my report bug button in the bottom right doesn't work. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I just keep pressing it. Highlight against me. I haven't really tried dynamic modes on the highlights yet. I don't know if I will. Maybe for a video where I'm playing every game with like the recording on. That would be pretty cool. like a let's play kind of thing where we're going through every match together. Nobody's gonna watch that. Um, when International Management comes out, I'll do my save in Scotland save again. That's great fun. But right now, we're just still in the beta. He has lifted that one in. Who does he think he is? Gerard Deulofeu? That'll be a reference, guys. If you guys know that reference, let me know. Let me know, because against Wolves, FA Cup semi-final, on the corner of the box here, into that top corner. He's kinda, but Deulofeu's goal is better, obviously, standing still. And he got that kind of movement on it. Michael, what a shame he can't play football anymore. He's been injured for so long. So long. Just a shame, isn't it? It happens. You know, I think sports careers are so tragic. In a sense, like you've worked your whole career, like your whole life has been for you to play this sport professionally. You're making your living off it. You get injured and you just can't do it anymore. That's, oh man, oh man. Like if you're just working a normal job, you break your leg, tear your ligaments, you just recover and you're good to go for another job. Or they let you stick around, pay you for the off time. Although so do football clubs, but oh, I don't know what I'm saying, by the way. That's what I am. I'm a fake yapper. Fake yapper. That's what they call me. I'm a yapper for the camera. Should I turn on dynamic mode now? We're 3-0 up. See, I don't know what that means. Like dynamic, because that could mean there's going to be more highlights. Because I'm using this stupid fucking three back. Well, Musakitis has done well, hasn't he? I've not made my subs. I've not made my bloody subs. Who's coming on? Alabegovic for Nusa. Wadrago for Carezas. Leonard Carroll for Aqua. Keep Josh King on because he's had a bit of an injury, and El Shadil Bitshabu out there. Yeah, Josh King needs a bit of playtime. He's got 2 assists, so seems to be recovering all right. But a bit of an injury, good to get full 90 in. Hopefully this just comes to an end. They've been rubbish, eh? They've been absolute dog. Leonard Carl with the yellow. W. Leonard, man. See, I can't tell if he's doing well or not. Because he's not been here long enough for the stats to have changed or anything. Or his attributes. Keep calling them stats, people hate that. Go on, John. Go on, John. Casper. His name is not El, is it? El Shadil Bishabi. Sure, that's like Josh King. Put it far post, mate. Just slot it bottom corner. There we are. 3-0 win. Musakisis man of the match. Very good for all round performance there. I think I just got an achievement. I have no idea. Yep. Won a match against a player I sold. No idea which player was in that game. By the way, this is annoying. You used to be able to see the way you lined up, like your formation, with the stats. Where's that? Why can I not see that? That's a joke. That is a joke. But we are 11 points clear at this point. Benjamin Henriks. Musaki's great performance. And then that should be us. We might take a little look through the squad one more time. Take a look at selection info. Some people are interested in that. We have some average ratings like Diamandi 7.41, Him and Alcoa both with 4 goals, 5 assists. A lot of players coming off the bench, but a lot of players starting as well. We'll take a look at appearances. We have Niels Ramming, Potulski, Vermeeren, and Musakitis who've started every game for me. Gadu, who he's just missed one. I'm looking at Jeff Egatar here. It says he's devastated. Same with Banzuzi. Don't know why that would be, but it's interesting. Josh King 6 and 5. Camarda's got 6 goals, which is about the same as Romulo had last year, so that's good. Poacher seems to be alright. But yeah, you can see a lot of the goals and assists are being spread amongst the team because of all my substitutions. How's Montour? Why are all my lone players devastated? Surely that's a glitch. Why are they devastated for? Like, Montour's played 7 games, Egator's played 11, Banzuzi's played 11, so they've played every game, those two, and they're devastated. I don't get it. So that's us heading into the cup. We then have PSG, Freiburg, Dortmund. Let's take a look at where I'll be back for. I might just come back in a while. Maybe after January. Might do a bit of a transfer thing in here, but we'll see. It's been fun to just play along, talk to myself for half an hour. It's been half an hour and I've just been waffling. Not bad. So yeah, thanks for watching. Even if you did watch, who knows? It's been good fun. So I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. Today it's Youth to Gold Day, and you might have thought like, oh, you've gone pretty far. I have gone pretty far. So we'll go and look at our transfer history, try and remember where I showed yous. So I probably definitely showed yous Leonard Carl. So we did sign Saba Karabashvili last season. He just turned 17 in September, so he came through in January. He's very nice. He'd be a great left back, but of course we don't play left back, so he's going to be a wide centre back for us, and he's very good. He looks very good. If you wanted to pick him up from Dynamo Tbilisi, he'd be 2.5 million for you, and you get a player like that. He's barely played for me, right? And his stats are already that good. Absolutely pick the Georgian left back up, okay? And then we signed Nathan Decat from Anderlecht, I believe, yep, for £37.5 million. This guy is a very well-rounded midfielder, exactly what I wanted to play in the midfield. He rotates very well with Musakitis and Vermeeren, so he just fits majestically well. He's done very nice for me so far this season, or so far since he's played. 6.75, you know, he's just developing into a new league. He'll get the hang of it as he goes. We also signed Harry Gray from Leeds. Everybody should be knowing Harry Gray, Archie Gray's little brother. He's going to be playing as a backup striker for me so far. No one really wanted him on loan. He's just been coming off the bench. He did get a goal in our DFB Pokal, but I'll show you what happened to DFB Pokal in a second. We signed a player called Mustafa. He's got 5-star potential, a young German. We got him for 3.5 million. Apparently he's a striker. He's not really a winger or a striker. Those are his positions. He's a bit of a weird little guy, so we're gonna have to find something for him to really get his hands on. And then we signed one of the best regions I've ever seen, Ibrahima Diallo, a really great central midfielder, but he can play pretty nicely through the attacking midfield role as well. He's got great passing attributes, pretty quick, and his mentals are phenomenal. And if you were very eagle-eyed, you might have seen the price we paid for him, 500 grand. We signed him for 500 grand, and he has attributes like that. Brilliant. So those two boys there are playing for our youth team. They're just going to be developing until they're about 18. We'll loan them out, or if they're good enough, they'll play for us. Through January, we had a few upsets within the squad, so I thought let's just get them out. Sivold left to Lazio on loan. Elmas left permanently, 5.5 million. Gertruda left permanently, 14 million. Bitsiabu out on loan, and Klosterman left permanently as well. All of those guys were upset at me for some reason. We were top of the league. I don't get why they were upset. Portal wise, I'll show you the fixtures since you were last here. It was probably this Chelsea game. I think. No, it would have been in here. It would have been in here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. But we had a bad run, that's where our players were getting upset, so I sold them all. Went on a great run through January. Horrific run through February, where we just managed to turn it around with a Leonard Carl 89th minute winner. And now we have Young Boys, second leg where we need to score 2 goals to get through. So let's get into this here. You guys know the team. Everyone is the same since you left, actually. We do have some players getting better, Nils Ramming. He is phenomenal. Honest Ahanar improving very well. His arrows do say down, but it's because he's improved a lot. We got Joan Gadu, Podolski, Muzakitis. You can see he says he's a 4-star. He's one of the best in the world at what he does. Great passing. Carrizo, Josh King, not really improving as much as I'd like. He's alright, he's doing fine, but I'd like a bit more from him. Let's just get into this game. We've got to grab 2 goals. I want to go attacking right from the off. It might look a bit fast at the start. Oh, you just have to let me change that before swiping off the video. I'll change it. I'm sorry. I had it up fast. I'm sorry. So let's get attacking. So yeah, this is a little bug I've seen as well. Change the speed. It just it just goes blank. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Right. 2 goals. We've been genuinely really struggling to score. Those games that we lost, we've controlled every single one of them. And we've had so many shots, just not enough shots on target. It's been a massive problem for us. There's Karetsas. Muzakitis loses the ball, but Podolski recovers it. Brilliant, there's Honest. Muzakitis. Here we go. Yan Diamandi. Through. Own goal. Come on. Own goal. Perfect. Let's skip that. We don't need to see the own goal. But we do just know we're level now. There's Diamandi again. He's going for the man of the match. Karetsas with the big switch to Carrizo. Oh yes, gone Maher. Josh King, I've got him on hold up ball. You see he's back to the goal. Perfect. He's done his job brilliantly there. Muzakitis. This guy shoots so much. So much. He just tries to score everything. He's such a little gimp. We are pressing a bit high here, like. That's fine. There's Vermeeren. Gets the ball to Carrizo, who touch was terrible. Vermeeren. Muzakitis. Don't shoot, Muzakitis. Oh my god, you're on shoot less, mate. How are you shooting? This deep line playmaker role is doing something to him. Unreal. Let's go, Podolski. Let's go, son. Yep, Maher. Vermeeren. Musakitis. Carito. Oh, it's offside. What a bloody volley. What a goal. God. Show me. Show me. Why is it so far down my screen? Put it in the middle. Okay, so he's offside. Yeah, I guess. I guess he was offside, but what a finish. Here we go. Musakitis gives the ball away, but it's fallen to Gadu. Diamandi Karetas save. I don't think I've seen a score from a set piece like properly, header from a corner or anything. So, called it into existence. Joan Gadu puts us in front. What kind of mystical magic have I got going on here? I say I've never seen a score from a corner and it just happens. Aye, right. Someone's hacking. So I'm a Watford fan, right? I went out to uni today and my teacher never showed up, right? So I was like, right, whatever. I did the work. Went out into Edinburgh. Got a bloody. I was just walking around. I saw the shop. It said vintage, all vintage. It said on the front, and it had football tops out. And we're go up. Come on. It had football tops out the front. I was like, I'm going in there. Went in. The tops were so pricey, 150 quid. I'm like, fucking hell, man. And then I seen boxes at the front, and they said, mystery box. I said, go on, I'll do a little mystery box. I opened it up when I got home. Bloody Arsenal. Ugh. But it was Thierry Henry on the back, so it did save it. But oh my god, Camarda. That was the worst miss I've ever seen. But surely, I didn't want it to be a Premier League team. Mystery box. That's the most boring mystery box you've ever seen in your life. If I was doing that for a YouTube video, which I could do to be fair, if I was doing that, that would be an utter joke. I'm not doing an Arsenal save. I'm doing a Leipzig save, mate. That was rubbish. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Here's Carrizzo. Every man, every man in the box is the tactic, by the way. Every man in the box. Ref's checking something though. It's already a goal because it said his name. That's how you know. If it says the player's name, it's a goal. If it says offside, it's not a goal. So it's pretty easy to tell, but whatever. Looks like we are winning this game. So Ibrahima Diallo, the best player that is under a million. Let's get Karabashvili in as well. Harry Gray can come on. And then we have one more change that we are allowed to do. Leonard Carl. Leonard Carl can come on. Should have maybe given Diamandi a rest. And Patulski. Yep, I'll tell Carrizo to shoot less often. I wish I could tell them all to shoot less often. They just keep wasting so many chances. Absolute wasters. But we are 4-1 up, so I can't say much about wasting chances when we're 4-1 up. Aaron Alcoa. Not seen much of him since the start of the season. Partly my fault. And Carrizo coming back from injury's fault. That could have been a tackle in there, but it didn't happen. Whoa, Karabashvili has a nice afro going on, man. Virginius with the cross, and it's headed away. Get in front of the ball. There we go, Nils. Nice one. Nice. Nice one. Do I need set pieces? No. Honestly, I've not done any set pieces. I've not looked into it this year. I don't even know if there's a screen for set pieces. I can't see it on my tactics screen when I go to take a look, so I don't know. It might be there, it might not. All I know is in play. I don't know set piece. All I care about is when the ball's in play. My strikers, man. How? Someone tell me how you're getting strikers to work, because I genuinely cannot do it. I can't do it anymore. Okay. Oh wow. Sorry, I was quiet there. I was just astonished by how we were letting him dribble through our whole team. That was crazy. That was insane. How is he doing that? Just stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So I will say, as we're coming to the end of the game here, thank you guys so much for the support you have been showing on the YouTube recently. Like, I'm pre-recording these videos, but the first two videos I've got up for my Football Manager 26 journey, one's hit 1k views already. It's a record for me in 2 days. 1k views, record. Thank you. Means a lot. I am just trying to do this like to a point where it can be sustainable, I guess. Because I'm putting a lot of time into it, and I've got a dissertation to write, and I'm putting it off, and I'm putting it off, and I'm putting it off. Because this new game, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the new game. People are saying it's not good. Yeah, just enjoy it, mate. How long have we waited for a new game? 2 years. 2 years we've waited. Just give it a chance. It's not even fully out yet. Just give it a chance. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Right. Champions League. Of course, we did just beat the Young Boys there. Are all these games happening today? Yeah. So if we just sim past this, hopefully we get our next match shown to us before I finish up the video here. If it wants to tell us, I'm not sure it's going to tell us. Don't know when the draw is or if there is a draw. UCL, everybody's through. So we've got Newcastle are through, Wolfsburg are through, Ajax are through, Benfica are through, we're through, AC Milan, PSG, and Villarreal. Can I see the round of 16? Drawn today. Okay, let's just keep simming. It's gonna happen. We got Aston Villa, who beat us 5-1. Last time we played them. Alright, so that's not good at all. Aston Villa. Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot, as I was saying. I hope no one's watching this far, but if you are, thank you so much. You guys are my biggest fans. I'm your biggest fan. All right, just keep getting on how you're getting on. Love it, guys. See you in the next one. All right, everybody, you guys are joining me here for the last game of the season. We have a Champions League final against Manchester City. This game decides everything. It decides if we continue on with this save, and it decides how I'm going to be for the rest of the video. Alright, so let's just get into it right now. Go to match. Let's do it. You can see the lineup there. The tactic has changed a little bit since the last video that I would have uploaded on it. I've now got 3 DMs in defence. I felt like that was a bit more solidity because I did do a little test with Liverpool in a 3DM formation and it worked very nicely. You probably will have seen that on the channel, or maybe it's coming out just after this video. Let's pause it there because I do have 10 times speed on. I've not been enjoying watching it on 10 times speed. I've just been using it to get through the seasons quickly. I thought we were about to see a goal there, but that's gone out for a corner kick. And I'm actually not used to seeing it this slow at this point. Like, that's pretty poor. There's Josh King on the edge of the box. What's he going to do? Driving in. Pass intercepted. He scored a goal! Josh King has put us 1-0 up against Man City 1 minute into the Champions League final. Wow. Let's get a little replay on that. Mouzakitis with the corner. It's cleared away by Haaland, but only to Chorizo, who was still in the box. He lays a pass off to Josh King, who runs all the way around Marmoush, takes a shot, it's blocked, but then acts fastest to get it over the goalie's head and into the roof of the net. It's 1-0, RB Leipzig with the first shot of the game. Absolutely phenomenal. And of course, because Josh King tried to take a little pass a bit earlier that Marmoush blocked, now Chorizo doesn't get the assist and his development is now stunted. Thank you, Josh King, for ruining that. I've got to be honest, this is the most dominant I've seen this tactic in a long time. We've been drawing tons of games, and a bit of a spoiler, we barely won the Bundesliga. We'll go and check that out in a second after this game, and we'll also see some of the development from these players. As we are getting counter-attacked here, Haaland, he's going to play a ball through to Doku, who's got space, but he spreads it out to the other side of the pitch for Bernardo Silva. Marmoush now, he's taken down. I think that is going to be a free kick outside the box. We might get a bit lucky here, as I believe that was outside the box by Ahanor. Let's see. What's the goalie given? No penalty. Just as I suspected. That's best case scenario for us there. And Ahanor does not get booked either. So we are doing just fine just now. Chorizo, what's he going to do? Takes on his man. Gets by him. But then he's tackled. But the clearance does get to Haaland, unfortunately. We didn't think it was going to make it there. And here goes Bernardo Silva with the big switch. They've discovered how to counter us here. But ramming with a great save from Doku's shot, which I think was just going into the side netting anyway. Marmoush to take the corner. Cleared away by Gadou, and it's out for a throw in. Surely that's the end of the highlight. What I have been experiencing is key highlights haven't been too key for me, or they're lasting way too long. I'd like to just see maybe a couple passes before a goal. That's a key highlight for me. Just nice and fast, nice and snappy. And we've still got no one out there marking Doku. But it's alright. Gadou makes him work for it and gets the ball cleared out for a corner. So you can see 67% possession. That's not the type of football that I'm trying to play with this. You know, we're trying to counter-attack. Press when they have the ball. We're not really trying to hold the ball. Because we've just got so many bodies at the top of the pitch where we shouldn't be trying to hold the ball, we should be trying to score. Good challenge, and it's cleared away there by Josh King. Gavardio recovers it. Camarda can't pressure as much as he'd like. Doku looks a real threat, and it's hit Haaland's hand, referee. Oh, but it says Foden, so it's already a goal. That's how you know, guys. It says his name, so it's not going to be disallowed. They're going to give the goal here. That's alright. 1-1. Oh, the worst time to concede, right before half time. Have a little nice chat with my players there. let's play a bit positive. You know, balanced, we did get a goal, but it was from a set piece, so let's get a bit positive on them. Try to see some more attacking football. Carrizo's been playing pretty poorly. Juan Gadou with the yellow card. Muzakisis taking a free kick. Josh King. Back to Josh King. What can you do with it? He's gone past two. Josh King. Oh my word. Josh King is the best player we've ever seen here at RB Leipzig. The Champions League final. And he's pulling out a masterclass. Josh King. You can see he sees the space and he puts it past the both of them. Gets onto the end of it and sticks it in that far corner. A brilliant goal from Josh King to see us take the lead once again. And we're looking at some changes here. We have such depth in these attacking positions. Will it be Okwa or Carl? Okwa's going to come on down the right hand side. I do want to keep playing Udrago, so I think Carl is actually going to play on the right and Okwa on the left. We've not seen much of Diamande at all so far this game, and I think those attacking midfielder kind of players would be better suited to dropping back to defend. Diamande should have tried pressing that ball there. What's worrying me is they are on the attack here, and we're about to make changes. That's fine. Doku gets subbed off after missing that shot there. Josh King is supposed to be getting off the pitch here, apparently. I'm saying no to the assistant manager. He wants his hat-trick in a Champions League final. It'll go down in the history books for that one. But here goes Foden. Haaland's open in the box and he's found him, but Haaland stuck it over the bar as well there. Very exciting Champions League final here. We don't quite know who's going to grab the winner. Leonard Carl with the corner. Could this be a third to seal the game for RB Leipzig? Gadou at the back stick. Can't get his head to it. It's fallen to Muzakitis, who's got the ball again. Running down the left. He's trying to find an area for a cross. And he's hit it right at the goalie. And Aaron Okwa has got the goal and it's 3-1. RB Leipzig looks secured to grab a Champions League final win. Aaron Okwa with the goal. This is like FIFA here. We're getting a load of rebound goals. Do I make any changes? Who have we got? Harry Gray. We give Harry Gray a run around for a Champions League final win. And then we'll bring on Koretsas as well to play in there. That seems just fine. Maybe a mistake. They might counter us here. Here we go. Ruben Diaz, Donnarumma now. Out wide to Phil Foden, who's now in that wide position. He's crossed it far post to Savinho, and we don't have the bodies. Oh, and Ramming! Ramming makes a brilliant catch across the goal. Have that, Haaland. He's caught your shot, mate. And Ramming seems like he's going to kick it long here. They've got all the bodies forward. Harry Gray can't capitalise on that long kick. What's going to happen? They've crossed it long again. They know how to beat us, but it's not enough. I think that's Nathan the Cat chasing. Ahanor clears it out for a throw-in, and that's brilliant defending. Absolutely fantastic. Ahanor. Nico Gonzalez. He's found Rodri, back to Gonzalez, and he's put it all the way back to Gavardiol. Negative football here. Gadou stands up Foden. Foden gets past him and Ramming again with a fantastic save to keep Leipzig with this 2-goal advantage. And Ahnor there again to clear the ball out for a throw-in. So much pressure being exerted onto this Leipzig defence by this Manchester City attack, but they're handling it well. Ruben Diaz. Ake to switch the ball yet again. We've seen so many of those this game, and it's worked this time, but it's disallowed. We can already see that it's a disallowed goal. for Manchester City, and Nico O'Reilly will not get his goal there. And the 2-goal advantage looks secure for this RB Leipzig team. Okay, it's coming down to the final moments. There's 5 minutes of extra time. Manchester City could make the most of this here. Foden just on the edge of the box. And he's put it in the top corner. Ramin could not get to that. And Leipzig still have a change to make. We might take off one of our yellow cards here. But that could also be the downfall. We've got 2 minutes left. 1 minute. Come on, referee. And that's it. RB Leipzig are Champions League winners by using the youth to gold method. So many transfers over these 2 seasons, and it's all worked out perfectly into a 3-2 win for RB Leipzig and Mr. Kong. You can see them in their tracksuits. The tracksuit mafia is lifting this trophy here. And the youth to gold method strikes again. Brilliant win. Man City humbled. And that is RB Leipzig champions of Europe in Season 2. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So let's take a little look at competitions. So we were Bundesliga champions yet again. Stages. I don't want to see the relegation playoff. The league stage, we were 3 points, only 3 points ahead, which came down to the last game, which Bayer Leverkusen did lose to Dusseldorf, which I think just kept them out of the relegation playoff, so fair enough. To Dusseldorf, but we did manage to grab that trophy there. Of course, we lost the DFB Pokal yet again. Quarter-final, and so we're treble winners this season. That's phenomenal. Let's take a look at some of our players that we've got here. These Champions League winners that we know and love. We'll take a look at some selection info, where Kamada got 21 goals and 6 assists, Chorizo 19 goals and 8 assists, Josh King 13 and 14. And then our bench players, we had Karetzas with 9 and 5, Okwa with 9 and 9, Carl with 9 and 9, Ouedraogo only starting 8 times and getting 8 goals and 3 assists, Yan Diomande 8 goals, 12 assists. Musakitas, who started every single game that we would have been playing, he got 5 goals and 12 assists. A brilliant season for the young Greek. And that is just absolutely phenomenal all round from this whole team. Let's check a bit of his not possession, I was looking at out of possession. Let's check a bit of development. We can see some improvement already here. I do want to see, can we see progress? I'm not quite sure how we see progress anymore, unfortunately. Performance. Not training. It won't be in training, will it? Progress report. It will be in training. So Kamada, attributes, all time. In the poacher role. No, I just want to see his all time. I don't know. What's that? 11, 12. It's hard to see. It's not the greatest UI screen there. But that's Kamada. He's got 16 finishing now, 15 anticipation. His physicals are absolutely phenomenal, and he's still 19, and he's a Champions League winner. He didn't score a lot of goals is the issue, but that's probably a tactical thing rather than a player thing, because we just had so many attackers, the goals were getting shared around. Maher Chorizo, great winger. He stepped in after Johan Bakayoko left. He actually left because we wanted Chorizo to be the main man, and the main man he was. He's developed so nicely since he first joined from Vélez in Argentina, and he's been phenomenal down that wing there. One of the main reasons we even got to the Champions League final. Josh King, one of the best players on the planet, brought in for around 45 million, and now he's worth 160 million pounds. He's got some really good stats all round. He can play anywhere, and you guys should definitely pick this guy up. I think he is one of the best players on the game. We have Konstantinos Karetsas. He's not developed too far since we first got him, but he has done pretty well. Aaron Okwa, very happy with his development. It does seem like he's reached a point with the team here where he's regressing, which is unfortunate. With Leonard Carl, who's just joined us this season, and he is just going to keep progressing and progressing. If you guys were to buy him, absolutely phenomenal. Asano Adrago, been here since the start, and he has been brilliant. He went on loan last season, he's come back this year, and he's really showed why he should have stayed. He did get a goal in the semi-final to send us through, which is really helpful, of course. Yan Diamande, been here since the start as well. He is the prime example of a winger on this game. If you want a good winger, Yan Diamande is the man for that. He's barely called up to his national team yet. He is probably the best player for the Ivory Coast there. He's got the greatest physicals on the team. His dribbling's phenomenal as well. That's all you need from a winger on this game. They'll score you goals and goals. Christos Mouzakitis, the next player in our spotlight. One of my favourites in this save here. He got 12 assists this season to really present himself as one of the best players on the team. 16 passing, 17 technique, and 16 decisions makes him one of the best defensive midfielders on the game. Onto the defence, we have Joan Gadou. He has a lot more development still in him. Mainly in his physicals, you can get him to an absolute beast. He's just not got that ball playing centre back about him. We have Honest Ahanor as well, one of my favourite players that we've brought in here. Still young, still can develop, definitely one of the best we've signed. Nils Ramming, one of the most underrated players on the game. Definitely, I think, my favourite. He's shown in this save, he's a Champions League winner. You know, guys, Nils Ramming, my favourite player. But I'll show you the schedule here, how we got to where we did. Champions League, where were we? So we played the Young Boys, you know. We played Aston Villa, where we didn't concede a goal this time. After conceding 5, we made them concede 5. We then played Porto, who we beat 4-2 on aggregate. Then we had Arsenal, who beat 5-1. We drew 2-2 at their stadium at the Emirates. And then we beat them 5-1 here. And of course, went through to the final, where we won. So, I just want to say thank you guys for watching along with this save. We have just completed our first beta save of the year. Our first save in general. So, I hope you guys did enjoy watching along with the Youth to Gold. I'm very happy that we managed to win the Champions League. I do wish we could have gone on for longer. But as long as you guys enjoyed, it's all good. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have enjoyed. Bye bye.